You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey Days fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. It looks like Sarah Horton may exonerate someone, Chanel Dupree may cheat, and we may have a miracle pregnancy. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as always, our predictions are based on brand new official spoilers, the latest episodes, along with the brand new promo that's out. We have got predictions for Sarah and Fiona, for Eric and Holly, for EJ and Gabi, for Chad and fake Abby, and for Chanel and Alex. Our first prediction is that Sarah Horton is going to remember it was a woman behind the wheel of the car that struck her. Spoilers for next week. For Friday, September 6th, say Sarah Horton's memory of the accident returns, but not fully necessarily, because the spoiler says her memories start to come back. Of course, Brady Black went down, turned himself in. He has been arrested. He had a really rough week. He's got another week ahead of him that's going to be bad again. He still doesn't remember the accident at all, and that's because he was passed out in the passenger seat and Fiona Cook was driving. So spoilers from the day's promo for the week have Sarah sitting in her room between Fiona and Xander, and she gets this memory flash. It looks like she remembers the headlight glare and then realizing the car was coming at her, flinching, being struck. I don't think she's going to remember Fiona just yet, but I think Sarah may recall that it definitely wasn't Brady Black. You know, Xander wants to punish him for this, but he may not get the chance because, you know, Brady is a big, beefy guy and Fiona is a very slender woman. They would look very different behind the wheel, even in the glare of headlights in Sarah's eyes. I think she's going to remember enough to want to exonerate Brady, but I don't know if Xander is going to support that position or not. And of course, Fiona is going to be panicking, knowing she could be outed. Once more of those memories come back. Is Fiona going to do something worse to try and stop it? I don't know. I don't know where she draws her lines. Our second prediction, Eric Brady begs Holly Jonas's forgiveness, but will she give it? So on Thursday, September 5th, spoilers say Tate screws things up with Holly, and it sounds like he's going to tell her that her dad, Daniel Jonas's heart, is in his dad Brady's chest, and that will reveal something that Holly didn't know, that Daniel Jonas died because drunk Eric Brady plowed into the car that Brady and Daniel were in. Friday, September 6th, spoilers have Holly finding out a lie she's been told. She's very upset, and I think it's, you know, she's been allowed to live a lie, you know, and I think that's going to bother her too, because even though Eric killed her dad, Nicole still got with Eric. She married him, and, you know, way back when Eric was helping raise Holly, the daughter of a man that he killed while he was drunk, and Holly and Eric have this great love and parental type relationship between them. So it's all about to get screwed up. Spoilers from the promo have Eric heading to the park and seeing Holly on the bench. She's crying. She's glaring at him. She is furious. And I'm certain he's going to try and explain, yes, I did that. I was very bad at the time. I had an alcohol addiction. I'm sober now, but there's nothing I can do to change the past. I am betting that Eric is going to beg Holly to forgive him, but will she? That's the big question. Considering Holly's own recent history with illegal drugs, overdosing, and then knowingly letting Tate Black stay in jail because of her lies, I think it would be kind of hypocritical if she didn't offer Eric some grace. Of course, Holly didn't kill anyone, although she almost killed herself, but she was very actively destroying Tate's life until she finally relented and told the truth. So maybe Eric will get some forgiveness from his ex-stepdaughter, but it may take a minute. Our third prediction, will EJ and Gabi make a miracle baby. And I am not ignoring history. I'm going to talk about that. So last week, Gabi made this proposition to EJ that they take revenge on cheating Stefan and his ex, Nicole, who walked out on him by them getting frisky in his bed. It's the whole thing of you get over somebody by getting under somebody new. EJ said she wasn't his type, and Gabi's like, ditto, you're not my type either. But EJ did succumb, and he and Gabi went upstairs and took a roll in the hay together. Next week, spoilers for Tuesday and Wednesday, and also in the promo, have Stefan busting in and finding EJ and Gabi deliciously undressed, and Stefan snaps at them. He demands to know if Gabi slept with his brother EJ, and she's going to tell him, yes, I expect her to smirk. I expect her to say, and it was great. Stefan is going to punch EJ, and it's a whole scene. So here's what I wonder. You know, EJ was so excited about raising baby Jude, even though it was Eric Brady's bio kid. We know that Gabi's always wanted another child, but the beating she took from not this stint in Statesville, where she was also beaten, but the one before that, when she had been falsely accused of, was it Andre's death? Somebody's death. And I think it was Andre's, but she was told it was unlikely she could have another, not impossible, but unlikely. So when there is even a margin of fertility on a soap opera, you never say never. So will Gabi and EJ make a miracle baby while having their revenge fling? That could be a lot of fun because it would tie them together permanently as much as they do not like each other. I would be down for that. Our fourth prediction, fake Abby is searching the mansion for what? Someone, something. Last week, we had Fabby. That's what I'm calling fake Abby, aka Abby Normal. She was insisting to Chad that he should move out of the DiMera mansion, but go ahead and leave her there. That was all part of a chat between Fabby and Chad about not telling the kids she's alive because she doesn't have her memories and doesn't want them upset. I mean, it's clear this faker Marin doesn't want to hurt the kids, but she is on a mission / a job. I don't know if she has a personal stake in this or she's just being paid to do it, but Chad offered to move her someplace else outside of the DiMera mansion because his family is crazy. But Fabby insisted that she has to stay there. You know, she thinks her memories will come back there. She was totally just snowing and gaslighting Chad. It was all kind of sketchy, but in the end, Chad finally agreed. He took his bag. He's gone back to the Horton house. It is abundantly clear that Fabby needs to be in this mansion for some reason. So Chad's the person she's using, but it's not entirely clear if Chad is the one that Fabby and her co-conspirator, Dr. Mark Green, are actually targeting. Maybe Chad was just a means to an end. With her persisting about staying in the mansion, obviously Fabby needs access to either someone or something in that house. I do suspect there's something in the house that Dr. Green has Fabby searching for. Maybe it's evidence to prove that one of the DiMeras killed his parents. That's come up several times recently. Dr. Green and his sister Felicity were talking, it was like Thursday or Friday, about how much they miss their parents who died in an accident. So perhaps their lives were lost because of a DiMera, and Fabby has been hired to get proof on the guilty party. All right, our fifth and final prediction, Chanel and Alex have a behind-the-scenes fling. I think it was a week, 2 weeks ago, Chanel and Alex were bickering in Horton Town Square just before Johnny and Abe walked up on them. Chanel was arguing with Alex about his man-slut ways and him sleeping with her girlfriend, Allie, behind her back. And of course, we all remember that steamy threesome that Alex, Chanel, and Allie had that one night. There's still chemistry there, I think. Abe noticed it, and that's why he brought in Alex to audition. And separately from that, Chanel auditioned for Johnny, but Abe stuns Johnny and Chanel both this Tuesday, according to spoilers, when they find out that Alex auditioned to be her love interest. Looks like they both may be hired. I suspect this is going to make Johnny uncomfortable. There is a spoiler about something about her making him uncomfortable. And I'm trying to remember how much Johnny knows about what went on with Alex, Chanel, and Allie, his twin sister. Specifically, I just don't think that Johnny knows all three of them shared a night of passion. That might creep out Johnny. And I also just wonder if we're going to get some behind the scenes cheating action among these new body and soul stars. I'm really hoping that this soap within a soap doesn't start eating up all the airtime. It's not a great idea. I know most of you guys aren't loving this. I see very few people on soap social media going, yay, show more. Most people are very annoyed about it. So we'll see how it goes. Those are all of our predictions. Thank you so much for listening. Drop your comments on where you're hoping to see these storylines go. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely come back soon. It's me, Belinda from Soap Dirt, talking days of our lives with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.